So a quick little stock market pullback to start the week. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBet Solutions. Today is January 30th, 2 days before the up-and-coming Federal Reserve interest rate hike, and I want to make sure that we talk about this. Let's go ahead and break down exactly what is going on. So if you're part of my Learn Plan Profit Group, you would have seen one of my trades. We entered SQQQ, began to make higher highs, added more to it, closed out my position, and left myself with my one lucky share. Did not hesitate to lock in profits. My trade was nothing close to being perfect. Again, if you're part of my LPP team, there's one point where I actually had a stop loss because I was going to actually end up having to cut losses on this. But what ended up happening is it actually didn't end up getting triggered. I had my stop loss at 39.47, hit lows of 39.57. It confirmed broke above the EMA, broke above the moving average, began to make higher highs, and then that's where it began to really take off. Overall, left myself with my one lucky share, reduced my position size, and then began to see this setup. Again, this is a textbook setup for the 3 stages of reversal. We talk about it within Learn Plan Profit. I mean, it's as easy as it gets. It began to sell off. You don't worry when it sells off. It began to consolidate. It was establishing signs of a support level. I took a small position. We got confirmation. I added more to it. Now I left myself with 6,500 shares. I'm going to reduce my position size even just a little bit more in just a bit. So I'm going to sell another 2,500 shares as we begin to approach the moving average, and I'm up 4,000 on this one alone. Now, what is going on with the overall NASDAQ market? Well, let me explain. The Federal Reserve, again, is going to have an up-and-coming interest rate hike on February 1st. This is going to happen at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm thinking of hosting the live stream. It's up to you guys. I definitely do not have to. You guys need to get this video to over 2,000 likes. If you guys get this video to over 2,000 likes, I'd be more than happy to host that live stream for you guys. And again, if you don't like or if you don't stay subscribed, then again, I don't have to host that specific live stream. Not only that, but we have up-and-coming earning report. And this is kind of where the uncertainty is kind of like where it's at. Amazon, Alphabet, or Google, right? The mother company of Google is known as Alphabet. We have Apple, and then we have Meta. 4 huge tech companies, 3 of them all in the $1 trillion market cap. Again, Amazon, not sure if you heard of them. Google, not sure if you've heard of them. And then also Apple, some of the most valuable companies that are publicly traded. And the reason you need to be aware of this is because if those begin to move and or rise or drop due to what they report because of earnings, they can shift the overall market. And this is where the uncertainty is at. It's, well, can the market get worse before it actually gets better? People are viewing what's to happen on Wednesday and on Thursday pretty much going to be the deciding factor if the market actually ends up recovering or not. So if you look at this, I mean, literally it's down to the wire. We are at the moving average. We haven't been at this moving average since March of last year, and we barely broke above it last year. So we're at this moving average. It's a critical point. We haven't been able to trade above this critical point since March of last year, where we didn't even trade above it. So we haven't even been able to trade above this since the start of 2022. So we're at this critical point, and depending on the Federal Reserve and the up-and-coming interest rate hike, I can make a whole video even prior to the actual live stream where I can talk about what market expectation is for this up-and-coming interest rate hike, what happens if it comes above or below. That's one deciding factor. The second part is all these up-and-coming earning reports, right? Is this going to make the stock market skyrocket, or is this going to make the market pull on back and pretty much correct itself and everything that it's gained in the past 3 weeks of trading? It's been since January 6th of this year that we've been on this consistent rally. We are at this resistance range. Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. This is why I'm saying this is coming down to the wire. Some people, again, there's no reason that you need to freak out. The best thing that you can do now is prepare for worst case scenario. It doesn't mean that you have to sell all of your positions. It's not about that at all. It's just about, even if the market does pull back a little bit, that you have money on the sidelines that you can buy into it, right? Because we all know that markets will eventually recover. And that's what I want to remind you. So understand that even with what happens this week, you don't need to freak out. Just don't put yourself in an unfortunate position. That's all, right? So if you choose to trade or if you choose to begin to dollar cost average into your positions, great, all power to you. Just please, please, please take your position size into consideration. This is where 75%, 50%, or 25% of your desired position size is going to come into play, right? And remember, this year is not the year of perfection. It's the year of progress. And this is why I'm so excited to follow up with it. And again, I'm very happy with my overall reversal trade approaching $4,400 profit on the day for TQQ, and again, $21,000 on SQQ. So very grateful for how this week has started. And I'm just going to be taking it day by day. My Learn Plan Profit group, we have one focus and one focus only, and it's not to predict the future. I mean, we like to prepare, but it's not to predict, right? We try to understand market expectations, but that's about it. I would rather be late to a rally than early to a sell-off, and think about that. You're guaranteed to be wrong on one, right? Possibly, you have a 50-50 chance, or you can just wait for the reaction and then trade accordingly. This is why you save your day trades. This is why you watch your position size, and this is why we wait for confirmation. That's simple, right? There's no reason to overcomplicate it. I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date with what the market expectation is, and with this up and coming live stream for the Federal Reserve. All I ask you to do is to make sure you drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll take care of the rest. Friendly reminder again, if you want to be a part of our Learn Plan Profit group, one of the things that I do want to remind you is that, again, I do trade live with them every single day. They got to see me trade live this morning. They get to see my best practices. They get to see my mistakes. It all happens in real time. And again, if you're tired of trying to figure this all out on your own, and you think that it would be a value for you to be able to watch me trade live every day, then again, this is the team to join. Stop guessing and start learning. We're running our biggest sale to $150 off, and it's the second link in the description down below. You get access to our A to Z video lesson library that's designed for complete beginners. You get access to our daily live trading sessions, access to our private group chat, and access to our TechBuds HQ. It's all inclusive. It's a one-time payment, and yes, it is lifetime access. If you want to learn more about what's included, I encourage you to take 2 minutes, click the second link down below, get that $150 off, and right now we are giving away a free flag with every new member that signs up, and you can claim this free flag by clicking this link on the thank you page once you purchase. The discount applies automatically at checkout. I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope that we earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and again, if you want me to host that live stream, you need to get this video to over 2,000 likes. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.